The Detroit Lions have a ton of draft capital in the 2022 NFL Draft. Let's talk about it. Hello, everyone. My name is Derek, and welcome back to Detroit Lions Syndicate. On this channel, we do all things Detroit Lions all the time. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and ring that notification bell, too. That way, you will be the first ones to see the content when it drops. We got the NFL Combine. First comes the NFL Combine, then comes the NFL free agency. And after that, we have the NFL Draft. The Detroit Lions will have the second pick and the 32nd pick in the first round, looking to have 10 draft picks in total. And with those 10 draft picks, the Detroit Lions have the 5th most capital in this year's NFL Draft. Lions have come a long way from last year when they only had 5 draft picks in the hole that Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn put us in. Now, we would have had 12, but we gave away 2 picks for wide receiver Trinity Benson, who only caught, I believe, 10 balls for 100 and something yards. So I'm not sure right now that Trinity Benson was worth those draft picks. But Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell basically say he was a work in progress, and they never traded for Trinity Benson for the 2021 season. So this guy has got to be a monster to be worth those picks. Detroit was very close to securing the #1 draft pick last season. Pretty much held on to it for the majority of the season, and then toward the end there, they won 3 of their last 6 games, which made it to that last game where it was between them and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Basically, Jacksonville had to win, Detroit had to lose, and we would get the first overall pick. Well, surprisingly, Jacksonville goes up and beats up on the Indianapolis Colts, which leaves the Detroit Lions with one thing to do: lose. Well, they actually won 30-7, beating the Green Bay Packers at Ford Field in what seemed like the biggest game of the season. And with that win, they gave up the #1 pick, which I am okay with. I'm all about winning over draft picks, draft position any day. So very proud of my team. Like I said, they wind up winning 3 of the last 6 games, and I'll take that any day. Not sure that being the #1 pick is always equal success in the first place. 3 teams with multiple picks in the top 20 overall: the New York Jets, Philadelphia Eagles, and New York Giants have the highest figures. The Jets and Giants have 2 picks in the top 10 overall. The draft value assessment does not include projected compensatory picks, which will be awarded soon. The graph that you're looking at on the screen does not include the compensatory picks that will be awarded for each team coming up very soon. And it also does not include for the Detroit Lions the Matthew Stafford pick, that second pick in the first round. And as you can see, the Lions have the 5th most draft capital in this year's draft without the comp picks and without Matthew Stafford's pick as well. The Detroit Lions have a ton of work to do, so it's a good thing that we are ranked 5th and that we have 10 picks. We got wide receivers we need to get via the draft. We have linebackers. We've got safeties. We've got D linemen. I mean, we have huge holes on both sides of the ball that we need to fill. I would say wide receiver, linebacker, and safety are probably our biggest needs in no particular order. So those will be addressed most likely in the draft. Now, we probably will snag a free agent wide receiver coming up in the next 2 weeks or so when the free agent tampering period begins, and then we go into free agency. But how do you feel about the Detroit Lions without the compensatory picks, without Matthew Stafford's pick, being ranked 5th when it comes to draft capital? We wouldn't be surprised if Brad Holmes was to trade back from that #2 pick. But you know, some things that we've never really talked about is if Detroit gave up that 32nd pick to either come forward or go back and grab more picks. And I said this in the previous video. Everybody who rooted for Stafford to win, give yourself a round of applause, because while you got your Detroit Ram shirt and you got a honorary championship, I guess this is where this thing puts us, is 32. 32 is not all bad. Lamar Jackson, Clyde Edwards, a lot of great guys were drafted early second round, late first round. So it's not like a whiff, but I think that if we would have drafted a wee bit higher in the mid to high teens, then that would be a better pick for us. Another trade scenario is if the Lions traded back. If somebody really wanted to move up to the 32nd pick, maybe somebody in the late half of the second round really wanted to come up mid to late half, come up and snag somebody that maybe they didn't think were going to still be there, or somebody they really had their eye on, and they can come up at 32 to get. So the Lions are going to be in PREMO position. I must say that this is one of the biggest potential drafts that I have seen in a very long time. I mean, a lot of talent there. In this draft, we have a chance to make a lot of damage. I mean, we've talked about this, and we will continue to talk about it as the draft comes closer. But the Detroit Lions have the second pick. They then have 2 of the top 32. They have 3 of the top 34. They have 4 of the top 66. And then 5 of the top 100. That is enough to make some major damage. And that's with no trade backs. Brad Holmes traded last year to get Amon-Ra St. Brown after he selected Derek Barnes. So this is going to be a phenomenal draft. Expect our organization to make some really solid moves that we can put confidence in them as the offseason progresses. I don't think they're going to spend a ton of money in the free agency period. Maybe snag a wide receiver or something like that, maybe second or third tier, but not Khalif Raymond. No offense to Khalif Raymond, but not bargain bin, if you will. My name is Derek. This is Detroit Lions Syndicate. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Ring that notification bell as well. Always a good thing. You guys take care of yourself, and as always, go Lions.